Well, happy new year to everyone. I hope you had a safe and wonderful celebration. So, with the new year comes goals and aspirations and New Year's resolutions, and I am no different. However, all the things that I decided I wanted to improve on really had a lot to do with Homestead. So I wanted to share with you my Homestead goals for 2018. Now, this is in no particular order, it's just the order that I came up with them. One of the first things I thought of was weed control. Oh my goodness, if you saw any of my garden videos from last season, which I put in a playlist under 2017 garden, so you can check those out. Um, it it turned into a jungle. We had such a wet summer. It was just out of control, and I almost lost my mind. I couldn't keep up with it. And to me, having an aesthetically pleasing garden also makes it that much more enjoyable to be in there. So even though we had so much more produce come from our garden this year than we did last year, it just wasn't as fun for me to be out there watering and taking care of the plants as it was last year when I didn't have, or it was the year before, I'm sorry, when I didn't have all this major weed issues. Now, there's always going to be weeds. I understand that. But this last season was just ridiculous. So, weed control is definitely a high priority for this year. Um, Another one is a poultry barn. So, we feel very, very comfortable in our skills with our rabbits, that we feel we're ready to bring in another animal, another livestock, and we've decided to go with poultry as our next addition. So we're still deciding what kind of poultry we want. That's still up in the air. We haven't decided on that, but no matter what we choose, they're gonna need a place to stay. So a poultry barn is a huge priority as well. I'm hoping we can get that done in early spring when the ground is still frozen and I'm not going to be busy transplanting or planting stuff out in the garden. And so we can get that put up early and hopefully have it ready by the time we decide what kind of chicks to bring in. So, poultry barn number 2. So, another thing I'd like to work on this year is kind of feeling out the market. Um, like I said, we're very comfortable with where we are in our skills for the rabbits, and I feel like I'm ready to try and start selling the meat as an extra source of income. So, part of that is gonna, put some feelers out, see if there is a demand for rabbit meat, and if so, what is that demand like, and is it worth bringing in extra breeders and upping our production, or is it slight and we can get by with what we have for both sales and feeding our family. Um, the other part of that is testing out the local craft fairs and flea markets for fur products. Are people going to want them? Are they interested in it? Can I create a product nice enough that is going to have people interested in it? And if that is the case, is it enough to justify an investment in more tools to create those products? So, let's see, was that number 3? So, number 4 would definitely be more kind of work on myself, but self discipline, really. I'm a very scatterbrained type of person. So I'll have one project halfway done and I look up and I'll get an idea for something else. I'm like, oh yeah. And I'll just run with it. And I'll leave that first project sit and then get working on the other one. And I'll look back and think, oh yeah, I was doing that. I better finish it. So things always get done. It's just, I have this habit of having 7 or 8 things halfway done and nothing gets finished in a timely manner. And so that's something I really, really want to work on, especially if I'm trying to make a business out of this. I need to be more self disciplined and make sure that I finish something I start within a reasonable amount of time and try not to get too scatterbrained. I understand that there are going to be times that projects overlap and I'm just going to have to multitask. Psh, not a big deal. I'm good at that. What I'm not good at is having one thing to do at a time and finishing it, like I said, in a reasonable amount of time. So self discipline is another thing I definitely want to work on. And then finally, my frugal skills. I like to think that I'm a pretty frugal person. I'm very happy with our lifestyle. I don't feel like I'm wanting anything more than what we have. Um, but we are so close to owning this house that I just want to do anything and everything extra to pinch just as many more pennies as I can to help get this paid off faster. And then in the meantime, maybe stick with that habit to help save up more money for whatever we need it for, whether it's projects, improving the homestead, who knows. So, those are my goals for 2018. I hope your guys' new year brings you as much luck, fun, and joy as the last year brought us. And with any resolution, it's never going to happen if you don't take those first few steps. So until next time, see ya later.